Oh,
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Dead Funny Podcast. I'm your host, Chris. Joining with me today is my co-host, Kelsey and JoJo. And today we're going to talk about Windows Vista.
We are freaking not. I will fight you.
Vista.
I do have something to ask about, though, because you both have way more experience with this than I do.
what?
Out of curiosity,
Nope.
have either of you ever played one of those? Have either of you ever done like any level crafting? I think like Smash Brothers and a few others have like level crafting games. And
Oh,
like,
you're talking
things.
like level makers and stuff,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah. Have either of you ever done that? What was that experience like? Like, talk me through that. It sounds like both of you have done it. So, one of you guys go first. Tell me about it.
You can go ahead,
I mean,
JoJo.
what do you want to know? What are you looking at something particular?
No, I'm not. I've never gotten enough into a game that had a level editor to know why anybody would want to do that. And then there's like YouTube videos of people just like losing their mind on level editors and making just ridiculous and fun and interesting things. And I'm curious because I think JoJo, correct me if I'm wrong, but you actually have some schooling background in level
Right,
editing and things like that.
Yeah, I've programmed games.
So
I've also played stuff. I've made stuff inside of games.
So
Sure.
when you're working with a level editor and you're making these things, what kind of is the thought process that goes into it? Are you trying to make something impossible? Are you sometimes just trying to make something super fun? What are the pitfalls that people who don't know what they're talking about or don't know what they're doing fall into? Like, walk me through level editing and why people do it and how to do it well.
I mean, I played a lot of Super Mario Maker specifically, which is the one where it's just, hey, here's the stuff from Mario, and you can make the levels yourself as you see fit.
Now, does that limit you in like going up or down or side to side or?
Yeah, I mean, it's like they give you most of the tools that a real like level from Super Mario World would be made from, right? It's you can replicate that stuff pretty closely. Some pieces are missing, but like close enough. And so I mean, some people do crazy shit where it's like real elaborate and complicated and like not like not like the real game would be. I tend to make stuff that's trying to just be like a legitimate Mario level because like that's a cool thing, and then I did it, right? And then here's this thing that I did. It's like the thing that's good. And that's good, and I'm good, right? That's
That makes sense.
Right, and there's like a place where it's shared and people can download it, and then you get a little thing where it's like, hey, this guy put heart on your level, and that's nice.
Oh, so you weren't just sharing it with friends then, you were actually sharing it with people you've never met before.
Hey, most of the, modern games that have this sort of thing have just here, upload your level to the internet, and anyone
See
can
what the
find it.
internet thinks.
Yeah, right. Like Super Smash Brothers, Little Big Planet, anything like that, as a level editor. I don't think any of my friends have ever seen any level I made, really. Well, up in Super Smash Brothers, I think, but otherwise,
Oh my gosh, I feel like at some point when we're hanging out, you should like tell us how to find those and we should play them because it sounds, if you put effort into it and people like it.
No, the Smash Brothers stuff I made, I did not put effort into. I made one that looked like pants because it was funny. It's just, hey, what if we fought on top of pants?
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's really big.
So for you, it was just an experiment in making what the regular developers made.
Yeah, it's just like, if I was making a Mario game, this is what that would look like. And I started just making like a themed series of levels that would be like a little game,
Neat. Okay. Now, you've done this as well, Chris, right?
Yeah.
Was your experience similar or vastly different? Like, walk me through what you did.
Mine would be different because I definitely did different games. Whenever it comes to like certain like survival-ish type games, I'm always like the base builder. I'm the person that like lays everything down. So I'm like, everybody else just fuck off. You go kill people or fucking harvest shit. Go find stuff. Like 7 Days to Die, I build our base. Minecraft, I build our bases. Don't Starve, I build our bases. Stardew Valley, I set up the entire fucking farm layout. I do all that. That's just me. I like to do that. because then it's nice, neat. I know I did it right versus my friends take shortcuts and do dumb shit. So I'm just like, you guys fuck off and go do shit and make us money, and I'll do this. I'll take care of this, or go get me stuff. Like for instance, like whenever I play Don't Starve Together with like my mom and stuff like that. My mom, she like knows the basic fundamentals of the game, so she like plays really hardcore on that. Like she doesn't know how to like kite enemies or stuff like that. So when it comes to the bosses, we take care of that aspect. So she'll literally just come to me and be like, give me an axe, and I'll give her 3 axes, and then I won't see her until all 3 of those axes are broken because she's used them to just chop down that many fucking trees. And then she's just got all this fucking wood. She just gives it to me. She's like, here. And which is great, because then it's like I don't have to leave the base. I can continue to keep building the base because now I have all the resources right here in front of me. And then I just got to make her 3 more axes and send her off on her merry little way. And then fucking she'll come back when those are gone again. Like, that's just pretty much what she does. It's whatever resource we need. So like fucking pickaxes, boom, she's gone. Give her 3 pickaxes, she'll go break rocks. Give her 3 axes, she'll go chop down trees. So whenever it comes to level editing, I have that same kind of... I don't consider myself like the perfect person at doing it, but I have that perfectionist attitude about it where it needs to look good, right? I actually put time into it. So I got big into doing that on Halo. Halo 3, Reach is when they first implemented where you could actually start designing your own levels. And you could play on them and multiplayer play on them, obviously, not story mode play, but multiplayer play on them. And then you could upload them to their server. And every once in a while, people would they would. There was like a server where you could just do a whole bunch of fucking like random people's shit, and then there was a server that Bungie, they would play a certain amount of them a week, and then upload the couple that they thought were the best to this other server. So you would get your thing like kind of shout outed, and mine actually made that list. One of my apps that I made.
That's really great.
So now that being said, I have a love-hate relationship with the level editing as far as whenever it comes to Halo. I've made some pretty cool maps. One that I'm very fucking proud of is that I made the original Donkey Kong, like the original Donkey Kong versus Mario with a 2D fucking thing in Halo. So what I did was I took these canister boxes, like the trailers, and I made a fucking picture frame standing on its own, and then I put a one-way gravity shield that once you jumped in, you couldn't get back out. So you had to go up. You couldn't go out. You had left, right, up. So that way you were like in that game. And then I had little gravity shoots. So like if your character would get on it, it would shoot your character forward. And I had another weapon gravity shoot. And this one, it just held a weapon in the air by gravity. So the weapon gravity one would hold the gravity shooter. And then it would have a spawner where it would shoot forward every 10 seconds, and every 10 seconds I had a random explosion barrel spawn. Like DK actually throwing the fucking barrels down the fucking level to hit Mario. And then in the corner of each one, I had a gravity hammer. So the thing in the game was to try to get all the way up and defeat each one of these to get all the way to the top to win the game. If not, you got hit with this barrel, you died instantly. Just like in the original Mario game, you get hit once, you die, because this barrel's going to explode and it's going to fucking kill you. Like, that's going to happen. So, yeah, I had made like that. That one didn't win. A lot of time and effort. Me and Tony then made a map together. This is also not one that won either. But this is one I was really proud of, where we wanted to do a team-built game where it was like ships. So, like, there was this one level where you, in the actual game, the creators built it off of off the side of a mountain almost. I almost said waterfall, but basically off the side of a mountain. So like the entire level's in the air, but like it starts originating from like the mountain. So like your guys spawn there, and then there's stairways to get to the fucking like little fucking platforms and shit that are all out there in the sky, right? Well, me and Tony did the same thing, except we didn't use the mountain at all. So we made 2 ships. I made a pirate ship, and he made a spaceship. And then we put weapons on the ships that would have been identical to what they would have used. So, like, I had swords and, like, your average pistol for, like, like a fucking little pistol. And then, like, the average shotgun for, like, a musket almost. And stuff like that. And then he had, like, all the laser-type fucking weapons, the new space-age shit. And we had these little grav lifts on his side. And then on my side, you had to climb up to the top. And you could jump off and land where it wouldn't hurt you to get onto his ship. So we could board each other's ships and try to kill the other team and take each other out. And it was like our ship battle game. That was fun as fuck. Also didn't win. The one that won, literally 0 effort. I put 0 effort into this map. Zero effort. It was the first one I ever made. I called it Boxed In. All I did was take trailers. So if you think about it like this, so you got two teams, right? So let's say we're in a big square room, two teams. You got one that spawns on the left side, one that spawns on the right, both facing towards the north wall. So you spawn on the south wall, both teams are facing the north wall, but one's all the way to the left, one's all the way to the right. You spawn in a fucking like canister trailer. And then it connects to another, and then another, and then another, and then they turn towards each other, and there's nothing but walls keeping, because I ran out of canisters because you only had so many. There's nothing but walls that are keeping you like still stuck within those bounds. Like I put wall on wall on wall to make like a box. And then in the middle, where you can meet in the middle, it opened up to two smaller canister tracks that ran all the way back to the spawn. And then as soon as you spawn, I gave all 4 grenades, and they were infinite. So they just kept respawning. You would run over them, they would just keep respawning, because you can only hold 2 grenades of each. And it was shoddy snipers, and I called it Boxed In. That's it. So the long hallway, people would walk down with their snipers and just sit there with their snipers to snipe each other. In the short hallways, people would run through with their shotguns because there's a lot more close quarters. And then you had all these fucking grenades that lit shit on fire or blew spikes all over the wall and shit. Every time me and my friends got on, that's all they ever wanted to play. Everybody always wanted to play box. It took me 0 fucking effort for this fucking map. 0 effort. And it fucking won the spotlight. I was so goddamn mad. I was so fucking mad. I'm like, I spent so much time making my pirate ship. It was ridiculous. Making the goddamn Donkey Kong level, fucking ridiculous. But this goddamn piece of shit that I just threw together, that's what won. I probably made that map 30 minutes, maybe. Other ones I probably spent a couple days on. 30 minutes, and that's what made it. Simple, easy. But every time we got on, everybody's like, oh, let's play Halo. And then we play a couple of fucking, online games, and everybody be like, oh, dude, fucking everybody's getting on. We have too many people to do a team. Let's go play Boxed In. Immediately. And I was like, fuck. I hated that. I started to hate that map. I literally started to hate that map towards the end of my fucking Halo Reach days. I was just like, fuck this map, dude. I put so much fucking work into these other ones. I have like 20 maps, and this is the only one anybody ever wants to fucking play. I was like, oh, I started to hate it, dude. Started to hate it. But I wouldn't delete it.
What kills me about this story is if you hadn't put in time and effort to the other ones, you would just be so excited that your friends just always wanted to play your map. You would be like on cloud 9 being like, I make good shit, I make good shit, I make good shit. But because the other one didn't fly, you're just like, no, I was a creative genius and you spurned me, I'm spurning you.
And now what was cool about that aspect is because Tony, as I said, he was big into the level creating as well. He started making ability maps. And what I mean by that is like in Halo Reach, you started to get it was a new thing they adapted in there called Spartan abilities. So you got to choose one ability before you went into a match, and that was your ability. So there was like armor lock, where your dude would literally like punch the ground, and his entire armor would lock up, and it would have a shield over it that made you invincible for like 10 seconds. You couldn't move, but you also couldn't take any damage, which was really cool whenever you're in situations like someone's trying to run you the fuck over. Armor lock right quick, they hit you, their car blows up, and you're fine. Like it came in handy, but obviously it's got insanely long cooldown times. One of the ones that was useless that no one ever wanted to use was sprint, because it just made you run faster for 5 seconds. That's it. So not a lot of people really like to use sprint. Tony, the fucking sadist that he is, made maps where he literally spent fucking probably weeks figuring out the exact distance and then putting like little fucking parkour pedestals and shit. And you would have to run and use sprint at the same time and jump and crouch jumps and shit like that all the way to get to the end, to get to the fucking finish line. And each one was fucking difficult as fuck. He started with sprint. And I thought that's because it's really the only you do. Apparently that was the easy ones to do, and I didn't know that because I'd never fucking finished any one of those fucking maps anyway. But I just get fucking tired. I was like, all right, fuck this shit, I'm done. Although I will say this, I've gotten extremely addicted to Minecraft parkour, like too addicted. I've probably spent like $30 recently on fucking parkour maps. That shit is so goddamn fun. Minecraft parkour is the
parkour in Minecraft. How do you?
Yeah.
Dedicated worlds that are like my favorite one so far, and we stayed up for like 2 hours playing this shit. It was so much fucking fun. It is literally a spiral that goes from the ground all the way up to the sky, as high up as you can build, and it's like each section is probably like, I don't know, maybe like 500 blocks a piece long, and they're like different biomes and shit. So you'll have like ice sections and then fucking lava sections, nether sections, end sections, stuff like that. And like they actually make parkour maps. So like for instance, like the one that got me the most was like bamboo in Minecraft. They had literally this one spot where like you had to run, you jumped on a slime block, it bounced you up high enough to reach this ledge. You ran through the ledge, which there was like little itty bitty blocks placed in lava, so you had to jump across the lava, land on the blocks perfectly, keep moving, get all the way up, jump off the fucking top of the mountain that you were on, land on an even bigger slime block that knocked you up to an even bigger ledge, and then there was literally sticks of bamboo that were like 3 blocks away, which was the furthest that you can reach while sprinting and jumping at the same time, and you had to land on the very tip top of the bamboo, and you had to do it 6 times or 6 sticks to get across just to get to the next level. That was the one that got me the most. That fucking bamboo. I almost lost my goddamn mind. I was so mad at that bamboo. And it's even better when you play with friends because normally your friends are dicks. And you can hit each other. So, because it is a race. It is 100% a race on who gets there first. There is a timer. Every time that you get to a new section, there's a golden plate. And whenever you step on it, it marks your time. And then it saves your progress right there. So if you die, you spawn back on that section. You don't go all the way back to the bottom. So at least it does that. But yeah, I mean, we were playing with my fucking streamer buddy Wes, and he was being an little asshole, fucking running around as an Ewok. So I got this little Ewok that's fucking following me, and then I'd be jumping on top of something. Next thing I know, I'm flying off the side of the fucking mountain because he's just punching the shit out of me. I'm like, God damn it, Wes, you motherfucker. And then he passed me up, and I was upset about it because I was second place. I was upset about it, but then I was like, well, if he's not here, he's not fucking with me. But then I didn't account for how hard it would get because it just gets progressively hard all the way up, like to the point where like you're like jumping on fences. That's the worst. When you're doing fence parkour in Minecraft, that's fucking cancer. It's the worst. I hate that shit. But I caught up to him, and then I was like, oh, fuck. But now I'm with him again. I was like, God damn it, dude. I was so happy when you left me, and now I fucking caught up. And I was like, yes, I'm going to get second place back. I was like, fuck, now I'm next to Wes again. And the Revenge of the Ewok was back on. Oh, man. But yeah, no, but he started doing other maps where it was like an armor lock one where it was literally just a spire, and you had to climb all the way up to the spire. And he had these random spawners at the very top of the spire that would just shoot random big-ass fucking vehicles at you that were already, like, on fire and exploding. So you would have to be jumping up the spire and looking up at the same time while trying to look in front of you to make sure you're jumping to the right fucking block and parkour this shit, and at the same time be able to armor lock fast enough to stop yourself from getting completely destroyed by a fucking vehicle falling on your head. Yeah, Tony got, like, real heavy into that shit.
That's
real
insane.
heavy.
I'm very cool. Yeah.
Yeah. But the best community game I played, there was two of them. The best community games I played, one was like a legend. This one like got so much fucking love that it just became part of Bungie's actual fucking playlist. And they actually called the map Halo. And what it was is this dude built this racing track, and it went in a complete circle. And there were all these kinds of like hazards and shit, and you were all the way out in the fucking stars. So if you fall off, you're dead. And everybody had a little mongoose at the start. And you could definitely shoot each other and hurt each other at the very start, blow each other's fucking mongoose up with grenades like that. There would always be that one asshole that as soon as you spawn would just throw a grenade at all the fucking mongooses. It's like, dude, if you blow them all off, you have to walk too, dumbass. So it just didn't make sense. But anyways, so you race through your mongoose, you get on mongoose, and you're gone. I mean, you were gone. There's fucking ramps, there's fucking all kinds of fucking twisties and turns and shit like that. And you gotta be going full speed to stay on. If you get to the end, first place, you go through a portal. The minute that first person crosses the portal blows up. No one else can cross it. And then it teleports that person to a box that's dead in the center, this gigantic box that you drop in, and it's got a fucking helicopter in there. And you get in the fucking helicopter that's got a gun on it, and you can shoot and kill the other people, because once you kill them, they're out. And shoot and kill them, and then at that point, it's the other people that need to try to team together to shoot you down out of the helicopter. So then you go from being against each other to being on the same team trying to, oh shit, we got to get this guy out of the fucking sky. So yeah, it was pretty insane. That was like the fan favorite. That one was always up there.
Cool.
But the one that I liked the most was called Fat Kid. And it was an infection game. And so what an infection game is that one player starts out, all the players are Spartans, but one of them starts with an energy sword. Whoever has the energy sword is a zombie. So if you kill somebody, they then respawn as another zombie. So your entire goal is to try to take over the fucking team players. But if you die right off the bat, then the fucking zombie curse has been killed and everybody fucking wins. So that's the whole goal. Well, in this one, you couldn't kill the zombie. But the zombie had the lowest mobility as possible. So it's Fat Kid. He could barely walk. But
God.
you were running down a narrow hallway that's about the size of 2 Spartans. And there's like fucking 8 people a game. One of them being the Fat Kid. And the wall is slowly helping push him forward. Like it's closing in behind him, pushing him forward. So he gets a little bit more speed, but not enough to actually catch up to you. Now in Halo, for those of you who don't know, when you use an energy sword, if it's about 5 feet, I think, 5 feet in front of you, if your cursor turns red, you can lunge with the sword. So he could lunge if he got close enough to you. There are all these different kinds of obstacles of walls that would appear or disappear or fucking shit that would explode to try to get you to slow down so Fatty could catch up and then kill you. But you had to try to make it all the way to the end to get away from Fat Kid, and then you were good to go. That was fucking fun. That was a lot of fucking fun. I enjoyed the shit out of that game. That game was so much fucking fun. Regardless what sides you were on. Because you would just be sitting there, and you would just have that, especially if you were the fucking zombie, because you would just have that anticipation of like, fuck, dude, I'm right on their ass. Like, I'm gonna get somebody. And then like they'd break through a wall, and you'd be like, fuck! It's alright. We'll win. The turtle always wins in the end. We'll get there. Or if you were the fucking people.
It feels like one where everybody is just on the edge of their seat the
Oh,
whole
yes.
time.
And that's what I'm about to say. Whenever you're like the team of people, everybody's freaking out like, the fuck out of my way, get the fuck out of the way, oh my god, whoa, hey, explode. Like, everybody's freaking the fuck out. It's just causing chaos. Nobody can pay attention to shit. It's hilarious. I love it. It's so great.
Sounds amazing.
Yeah, Infection was like a newer game type for them at that point, and then whenever they had brought it out, it was a lot of fucking fun. One of my favorite ones was like you were in a room, and they had turned all the lights off in the stage, besides like the tanks, and so like you had like these like eerie blue lights that would shine up parts of rooms, but the majority of it was dark. And then the fucking zombie was that was a Spartan. The Spartan armor was black, so you couldn't fucking see them. And so yeah, it was fucking creepy as shit. Although on that one, you got to get hit twice before you became a zombie. Before you died and then became a zombie. The last one, you just get hit once and you die automatically. So it gave you a chance to fight back because you had a shotgun. So it's like if you hit me and I was able to see you quick enough, one shot, I'm going to kill the zombie. But man, that shit was fucking creepy as fuck, dude. You'd be walking around just trying to like fucking listen and shit. Just like, oh my god, where are the footsteps? But then again, you don't know if it's another fucker just running around trying to freak out thinking the zombie's there. So... But yeah, that's my love-hate relationship with level crafting. I don't really think I've done it in too many other games. Halo was probably the most time I've spent doing it. I've fucked around with Mario and stuff like that a little bit, but yeah, I think Halo was where I put a lot of energy into that. And I really want to get to a point where I sit down and actually make like an actual full RPG like Minecraft world, like an actual one that I can share with other people and let them play.
Oh.
But the amount of work that goes into that, I don't think it's going to happen. So
yeah, that kind of thing must take hundreds of hours, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I downloaded. So I've got both. I got both editions of Minecraft. I've got Java and I've got Microsoft. In my opinion, Java's cool because you get the aspect of like it's pretty much limitless what you can do in that fucking shit. Like pretty much limitless. There's going to the moon, fucking Sky Factory, shit like that. RL Craft, all that stuff is fun. But what I like about the Microsoft version is that it's worlds that are already pre-built and set up, and it's almost like buying another game. Like for instance, we played one that was called Candyland, and it was fucking awesome. It was an RPG, and you were these little gummy soldiers, and you were wearing like candy armor, and even your weapons were like lollipops and shit, and it was a lot of fucking fun. And you were trying to protect the Candy Kingdom, and it was like a full out like medieval RPG. It was actually really done really fucking well. Like the very beginning of the game, it lifts all your fucking Minecraft avatars up because you play with 4 people. It lifts all 4 of you up. And then they have like a Minecraft gigantic fucking like 20-story like storybook open up. And it would show the fucking panels and it would bring you into the panel, bringing you into the next section. Like they did a really good job building this. And I was just fucking mind blown. But we had one part of the stage where something didn't trigger correctly, an action, command block, whatever, and it broke part of the floor. And it was like one of those things where it's like, oh yeah, you fucking love sausage, and then you see how sausage is made. You know how that fucking old story goes? Yeah. Well, it was one of those where it's like it opened up the floor, and it was just like, it's like peeking behind the fucking scenes at Disney World, Like you see all the innards and shit, and you're just like, God damn. Like, I would not have the time to do this. I physically don't have. Like, there were so many command blocks. I mean, there were literally walls and walls and walls, and we're in one section. And it's like one command block plays off the other one, that 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 plays off the other one, just to say, like, hello. It's like, fuck that nonsense. Like, no, I don't have that time, dude. That was a very short-lived dream. We played a couple of them, and then me and James were like, we're making a world. And then we played that, and then me and James were like, we're not making a world. That was a very short-lived dream. Yep, I gave up on that pretty fucking quick because we started messing with command blocks, trying them out and stuff like that, and I got like the vocal aspect of it down, which was pretty cool. And then James had the old like figuring out the spawning and how to do shit like that, and I was trying to figure that out stuff too. And then we ended up playing that one, and I was like, "Yep, nope, nope, too much work."
Do you not want to spend that time?
No.
See, I love this because if we'd asked Chris, "Hey, do you want to be a Lollipop Knight?" Chris would be like, "Fuck no, I don't want to be a Lollipop Knight." But you build a cool world around it. You make a storybook, and Chris is like, "I am a fucking Lollipop Knight."
It was fucking cool as shit. You had to kill Sugar Bones. He was the bad guy. He had made
like a bad guy.
He had made a toxic piece of candy on accident, and it fucking melted all of his skin off. So then he was a skeleton surrounded by jelly, and he was Sugar Bones. And the honestly, the entire thing just plays off of prejudice. I think was pretty much the main story. At the end of it was just like, don't be a dick to people who look different than you. That's basically what it was. Because he was upset because he wanted to continue to make candy, and because the way he looked, King Candy wouldn't give him sugar in order to make candy anymore. So, yeah, it just turned out we're protecting the king the entire time, and at the end of it, I was just like, the king was kind of a dick, not gonna lie. And it was so funny because we were streaming too, and I was like, he's sitting there talking to him, and he's like, I can't believe I let my, and I was like, prejudice? And he's like, never mind. I'm not going to get into this. And I was like, the king is a dick. Yep, the king is kind of a dick. I was just like, it literally is the base of the story. Sugar Bones fucked up, made himself ugly, and then the king was like, fuck you, I'm not giving you any more sugar. And that was it.
I mean, it feels like Sugar Bones made a critical mistake and could not be trusted with sugar anymore. Maybe the king had a point.
I mean, you say that, but it's like, who really got hurt in the process? You know what I mean? And it was just him. He didn't hurt anybody else. And it was just a cup. He wanted a cup. Couldn't give him a cup of sugar. I mean, you could at least let the man make sugar and do it like under like fucking, being watched. Like fucking like you got to have somebody in here to make sure that you don't fuck it up. But just to be like, I mean, he literally, there was one point in the game where he's like, no, I won't give him sugar. He looks weird. And I was just like,
that's not even the right justification. Okay. Yeah, the king sounds a bit like an asshole.
Yeah, just a little bit. Just a tad. Yeah. Just a tad. So, it was still fun.
The Candy Kingdom. You heard it here first, everybody.
It was crazy. That game was fucking nuts. Oh, man, when we got to this sounds so dumb. Oh, my gosh. When we got to the Gummy Bear Forest, that was fucking nuts. Oh, my gosh. Shit was getting real. Shit got real in the Gummy Bear Forest. You're right, that does sound dumb. Those bears were so fucking hard to fucking kill. They were all over the place. And then there were mama bears.
The bear forest.
I mean, I had a quest.
Maybe you're the asshole.
No, I had a quest. I'm the hero. Right?
Yeah.
So that's how that works. I had a quest.
Who gave me this quest?
Was it the Dick King? Because if it was the Dick King, then I'm not convinced you were on the right side.
I don't know if I'd say the king gave you the quest. You were part of the king's royal guard. Sugar Bones came in and just started slaughtering civilians and then tried to fucking take the king. So really, you were just kind of like repelling back the evil forces at that point. Versus
sounds like you're a servant of an authoritarian regime.
I mean,
Yeah.
true,
I don't
but
know
at the
that you
same
think for
time,
yourself.
you're just watching all these innocent people die. You know, I mean, judgment kind of comes into play there a little bit. You know,
Some real
saying.
complex morality in this.
It is.
Yeah.
I'll put it this way. If I've got a chance to save the people who are next to me, are these fucking half skeleton, half spider fuckers that are climbing all over the fucking walls that are trying to kill me. Once again, they were aggressive first. So technically it was defense. Allegedly.
Do you have anybody to corroborate your story, or is this just he
Yes.
said, she said?
I got Mike, because he was a gummy drop knight. I've got Rev, he was a gummy drop knight, and I've got James, he was also a gummy drop knight. All right, all four of us were suited and booted and ready to be recruited. So we were at it.
None of you were going to admit to doing anything wrong.
Obviously, that's why I said it was defense, allegedly.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun, though. It was a lot of fun. The one that I want to get Kelsey to play the most is the scary one. They have one that's called The Scariest Map Ever Made. And goddamn,
Nope.
did I think that Minecraft could be scary? I was laughing. I was like, oh my god, this is dumb. No, that shit got me. Like, I mean,
Not playing it.
fuck. Oh, it was so good. They have so many like scary Halloween ones, and I'm just like, this is what we need to do for Kelsey. We need to get her on that. It's
Nope.
just Minecraft, Kelsey. It's just Minecraft.
Nope.
Oh, it was so good. The first one that got me though.
Of you playing it.
The first one that got me though is because they had these enemies in there that kind of look like a deformed version of Slenderman, and they're just standing around places. And then there's like one next to the door, and obviously you're thinking like, okay, obviously these can't move because they're fucking makeshift mobs, and the bedrock version of Minecraft can only do so much, you know. It's not the fucking Java version. No, we were completely wrong. As soon as we got close to that door, that thing literally let out a high pitched screech at like 100 max volume and just fucking started barreling at us. And it locks onto one person too, so it locked onto our buddy Rev, and I was like, oh look, he's not chasing me. And I was like, oh, he's chasing Rev. And I was like, well, we can't attack because you can't fight in that one at all. You just have to run. And I was like, keep him busy, Rev. We're gonna keep moving on. All right, love you, bye. And we just kept moving forward. And Rev was like, hey, fuck you guys, I'm bringing him back. And I was like, no, don't bring him back. And then he came back and then murdered all of us. So it was great. It wasn't great, but it was great.
Okay, I have a follow-up question.
Mm.
What does Slenderman do? Because I've only ever seen him in creepypasta things where he's just standing places looking at small children, which
That's the
not
deal.
great.
I just stood
Creepypasta.
around.
Oh gosh, so good. So you never?
Alright.
Well, obviously, I was about to ask a dumb question. Never mind. Okay.
No, I have no experience with Slenderman. My only experience is those preteens in Wisconsin that tried to kill
Their
one
friends
of their...
or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't think they tried. I thought they did.
No,
I think
they
No?
tried.
No.
I thought they were successful. Okay, well that's good.
No,
Obviously, that's
she
good.
ended up hospitalized, and
Okay,
they
that's
were
what it
just
was.
like, no, we were gonna summon Slenderman, and the internet was like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah. Yeah. So Slenderman. What I was gonna say was, and then I stopped myself. I was like, oh, so you never played any of the Slenderman games? Obviously, Chris, you never played any of the Slenderman games. Anyways, so with Slenderman, the whole fucking lore is like, obviously he likes to abduct kids. You know, it's fucking easy target, easy prey for him. So if you get close to him, like he's supposed to be able to mess with your brain and your sensors and shit and how you function. So like your vision gets blurry, like staticky, like static TV. And the more staticky your vision gets, the closer he is to you. That's how you know to get away from him. But yeah, no, he literally just kidnaps kids and eats kids, basically. And that's about it.
Oh, so he's a chompy bastard. So
Yeah.
once he takes them, okay.
I mean, you never see him again, so
So we're assuming the chomping. Okay, got it. Cool.
yeah.
Interesting.
One
so
thing.
you go around and randomly stuff starts getting jittery, and then you're like, oh no, he must be nearby. I must
Yep.
flee.
Oh, geez. Slenderman's
Well, what's cool
back.
is like you in the games you walk into like an abandoned town, and then like you're looking for notes to figure out what happened so you can solve whatever puzzle you need to solve to get the fuck out of town, and you're trying to dodge him in the
Okay.
process. So
So you're trying to solve a mystery,
Mhm.
and there's a big bad that's hurting people.
jackass.
Okay.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, and there's no way to fight off Slenderman. He also has like tentacles and shit that come out of his back and stuff like that too. Yeah, he's a badass. There's actually this. So I don't know the name of the channel, so I can't really like give a shout out to the channel. But there's a channel that does these rap battles, and it's not ERB, but it's this one guy, and he does like all these rap battles, and he actually did one that I thought was really good, and it was Slenderman versus Jack the Skeleton from Nightmare Before Christmas, because they kind of have the same build and shit like that. And man, that was actually really fucking good. Oh my gosh. I can't remember like the actual line, but there was one line where he ended it, and it was Jack's line, because like Slenderman had like a really good verse, and Jack ended it with like, "What's the Slender Man to the Pumpkin King?" And I was like, oh shit, but you're fucked up. I love Jack. I love Jack Skeleton. He's so cool. I grew up watching that shit. For those of you who don't know, JoJo mainly, and my fucking mom will collab this. This was like a fucking family tradition that we watched The Nightmare Before Christmas every Halloween. And literally the night before Christmas. Like, we literally watch that movie 2 times a year. Fucking every year. And I still do that just because I fucking love that movie. So good.
They're good.
It's great.
I haven't watched it that many times, but it's
fucking great. It's so good.
The first time I saw it, because I was a stern child who was very serious, the first time I saw it, I thought it was stupid and I hated it. And then I got to middle school and people like had backpacks with it on it. And I'm like, this is stupid and I hate you, because I was stern. And then I got to high school and it became a bigger thing. And then college, it was a bigger thing. And I'm like, maybe I need to get the stick out of my own ass and start finding some joy in this, because everybody else seems to like it.
ah.
So I've now watched it, I think, twice with the express purpose of being like, just be chill, and I've enjoyed it. Tim Burton gets a little, like, he enjoys the weird and uncomfortable, and it makes me uncomfortable, and therefore I don't like things, and I'm having to just be like, just embrace the uncomfortable and move on.
One of my favorite survival games of all time is Don't Starve Together, which I'm pretty sure I probably said before. And literally, that's what drew me to that game, was that its art style is very Tim Burton-ish, in my opinion. So that's literally what drew me to that game to begin with. And then I watched a video of some people I like on YouTube playing it, and the one guy was showing like off the crazy mechanics, like how your character can go insane, because it's one of the gauges you have to watch in that game. And so he was running around with a bunch of manure in his pockets, because he thought it was funny to go up to people, because you can give people stuff without them accepting it. So you can just put shit in people's pockets. So he was just running around shoving shit, like actual shit, in people's pockets, and he thought it was funny. But his character's running around with all this shit on him constantly. So the character starts going insane. And he starts seeing like these fucking nightmare monsters and shit that only he can see, and now are attacking him. But everybody else around him is sane, so they can't see the fucking beasts that are attacking him. So they can't even help him. And so it's just getting fucking mauled on by all these shadow creatures and shit. I was like, oh my god, dude, this game looks amazing. And I love it. It's such a good game.
Oh, hoist with your own petard. Sucks to suck, bro.
It's such a fucking good game. My mom got so mad at me, and this is fucking hilarious. She was playing with us, and she had just started playing it on the computer. I was trying to tell her, like, fucking computer's a whole new world. You can do fucking mods and shit like that, you know, because, like, the biggest issue is, like, you have people like me and James who have played the game so much that we know the science to the game now, right? To where, like, we're playing with, like, my mom or my girlfriend or something like that, and, like, they don't know that much about the game yet. They're still getting into it. So in the game, if a friend dies, you have to go kill a spider until you because it's RGN, randomly get a fucking spider gland, and then you take our RNG. I'm so bad. I did fucking FLV, fucked that one up earlier, and now fucking RNG. Okay, anyways, RNG. Yeah, that's right, because everybody used to say RNGesus. That's what it was. Pray to RNGesus. Anyways, so RNG, and Kelsey obviously has no idea what we're talking about, but basically in a lot of
generator.
Yeah, it's a random generator.
Thank you.
Exactly. So yeah, people would say, "Oh, pray to RNGesus that you get something good." So, anyways, so it was RNG for these spider glands. You can get either silk, a spider gland, or probably there's something else you got from them too. Oh well, it doesn't matter. Not important. Monster meat. Anyways, so one of those. If you got a spider gland, you could tie a rope around it to make a telltale heart and give 40% of your HP, to then bring that person back to life, because they flew around as a little ghost until you brought them back to life. Now, you're thinking, oh, well, why don't you just fly them around as ghosts? Well, because your character is staring at a fucking ghost 24/7, so it's draining their sanity the entire time. So the longer your teammate is dead, the more it drains your sanity, which is dangerous for you because then you're going to get attacked by these shadow creatures that only you can see and start fucking you up. You can kill shadow creatures, but they're very fucking tough and they do a lot of goddamn damage. Anyways, so you bring them back to life with these Telltale Hearts. Well, on the computer, there's a mod where you could just have a fire pit. Like, instead of making a campfire, you make a fire pit. And it doesn't have to be lit or anything, but if the person goes and haunts the fire pit, it literally just brings them back to life. And it's like, yeah, that's kind of game breaking, but for new people getting used to the game, it's kind of nice because then death isn't such a consequence. Then they could get the basics down, understand the game, then you can take that mod off and then actually play the game and have the real consequences. So she had just started playing again, and I'd never played with her before, but maybe like once or twice on Xbox. I didn't know that she liked the game, but apparently she's a big fucking fan of the game. And so we're sitting there, and she's talking about the fact that like her stomach is starving, and me and her had wandered out too far, so it's like dark and shit. We can't get back to base because you get attacked by all kinds of creatures that you can't see, and then the big baddie Charlie, she can attack you in the nighttime and you can't see her, and she does insane damage. She basically 2 hits you and you die. So you have to have a campfire. So I made a campfire, me and her sitting around this campfire. My mom's fucking complaining like, oh my God, my stomach, I don't have any food. I don't have any food. So I gave her some berries. So I thought it would be funny because we were getting chased by some enemies. It was the end of the day at this point. So we're getting chased by some enemies. And I was like, here, if you eat this, it will speed you up. So I give her a mandrake. For those of you who don't know, mandrakes are these little fucking like, they look like goddamn carrots, white carrots almost, but they have legs and arms, and they're real small, little legs and arms, and a little face, and they run from you. So whenever you pluck them out of the ground, they run from you, and you have to hit them to kill them. If you cook a mandrake, it's like, cooking onions makes you cry. If you cook a mandrake, it puts you to sleep. But you only sleep for like 2 seconds, so then your person's really fucking groggy. If you eat a mandrake, it puts you to sleep for a little bit longer, but you still wake up groggy, so your person can't run. They just like slowly like saunter around and shit like that. So I give this to my mom. I'm like, here, eat this. It will speed you up. And we have these fucking dogs chasing us, and so she eats this fucking mandrake, and her character just passes flat out on her face, dead on the fucking ground, and I'm just gone. Like, I just get fucking running. And she's all like... She started saying shit, and I was like, man, dude, she took it from a level of it being like a game to where like the shit she was saying didn't sound good. So she's like, you just think it's okay to drug your mother? So I actually found a GIF that's on a black background of a mandrake. So every once in a while, I'll just send that to her, and he's just like dancing around, and she'll be like, fuck you, you asshole. Oh my God, it was so fucking funny. Oh my God,
Man,
I was
you're
dying
so lucky
laughing.
she continues to trust you. Like, the first time you pulled that crap on me, I'd be like, and I'm never trusting you again. Done.
Oh, trust me. When we were talking about the fact that we were going to try to get you to play the game, I was like, oh, I'm so Mandrake and Kelsey. I don't know how I'm going to do it yet. But, because that's the only item, because you can force feed people. That's the only item it won't let you do that with. So, like, for instance, like when my mom was first playing, it was a lot more easier for me to just shove food in her face versus me giving it to her and then her trying to feed herself, because my mother, instead of being a responsible adult and saying that, oh, my food's at 20%, maybe I should eat, she waits until her stomach is on empty and she's now taking damage. She's like, oh my God, I gotta eat, I'm gonna die. And then she wonders why I get mad at her, because I tell her, I was like, you treat everything like it's fucking DEFCON 5 because you wait too late to do shit. Like, when your sanity is 0 and you have shadow monsters attacking you, now is not the time to take a nap to bring your sanity back. That time was 20% ago, whenever, you weren't dying by shit and you could easily manage it. Or, like, whenever you're, like, at half health and you pop some food or take some food with you. But no, she leaves all the food at base, and then she has to run halfway across the fucking map to get back, and then her stomach's at fucking 0, and she's freaking the fuck out, like, oh, I'm dying. So then I just walk up, just, like, shove berries and shit in her fucking mouth. I'm like, here you go, just fucking eat this. But a Mandrake, it won't let you do that. So she actually got her revenge, because I went to go do that with the Mandrake because I thought it'd be funny, but you can't do that. So instead of feed them, it replaces it with eat. So then I ate the Mandrake, and then I passed out.
Ha.
So I was like, at least she got her revenge. Somewhat. Oh, Don't Starve Together, such a fun game. I love it. It's great. Might have to make the Mandrake our fucking thumbnail for this one. I guarantee you she might not even watch it just straight out of protest, honestly. She's like, fuck you. She's already going to know what I'm talking about once she sees Mandrake.
Oh my god, no, that'll be
100%.
amazing.
Yeah,
I want to
Mandrake
hear
now.
what she says.
I have to do the Mandrake now. Oh, I'm pretty sure she commented on one of our podcasts when I was talking about you coming and playing with us, and she was all, and and she said, "Don't trust Christopher whenever he tries to give you anything, Kelsey."
Yeah, so my plan is if we ever play, I want to play with your mother specifically on the team because
she wants to
protect me from you, and then I will help her and myself. I'll teach her how to like manage her resources and manage all her different levels a little bit better. So we can help each other. She can help me not be drugged by you. Which sounds very creepy. And not
right? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, right? In game, guys. All right, calm down. In game. Oh man. But yeah, it's fun time. It's a good game. It's a really, really fun game, especially like $14. And what I like about Don't Starve Together is like whenever you buy a copy, it gives you a free copy to give to a friend. That's pretty fucking cool. So for a $14 game that's fucking literally endless, basically. Tons of different characters you can unlock, and then they now have added it on the computer where you can literally mod every fucking aspect of the game if you want to, for free. Like that's pretty cool. So
that is.
Yeah, and it's the same people that made the fucking game that you love so much, the fucking Oxygen Not Included or whatever the fuck that game is. I love that one. Yeah, it's the same creators. This was their first game, was Don't Starve. And then there was so many people who were like, I would love to play this with friends. So then they made Don't Starve Together. And
I played it back before it was Don't Starve Together. I've only played Don't Starve.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, the one that actually has a story to it. Yeah, that one. Yeah. I mean, the beginning of the second game starts off of the end of the... So it's made to be a sequel. There's just not an actual, like, end to the sequel. Like, there's no, like, going all the way down and, like, ending the game. It's pretty much just like a fucking... But they keep adding new DLC. Like, now there's fucking pirate ships and you can sell to other islands and stuff like that. Like, they keep adding more and more shit as time goes on. Like, they still, to this day, are still adding, like, new characters and shit. And once again...
That's amazing. That game is 7 years old or something?
Yeah. It's a $14 game, dude. $14 game. And you get one for free to give to a friend. It's pretty crazy. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up here. If you enjoyed this, make sure you like and subscribe. Also, turn on notifications. That way you get notified next time we upload another video. Hit us in the comment section below. Let us know if you've ever been mandraked. It is a serious problem. We're trying to crack down on this a little bit, you know. It's crazy. All these mandrakers out there. These individuals. What kind of crazy individuals would mandrake people? It's crazy. But anyways, we also have our links down there below if you want to hit us up on our Twitters for more direct form of communication. Our Twitches, come by, watch us play some video games. Actually, quick shout out right quick for those of you who are watching us and came from the Dark Star channel. In case you don't know, Tony and Joey have recently started streaming with the Dark Star channel itself on YouTube. They've done 2 streams and they were both very successful. I was there for both of them and it was a lot of fucking fun. People came out, hung out. So yeah, make sure you check that out because I don't know if that's been broadcasted from us yet, but that's pretty fucking cool. And it was awesome to kind of hang out. I got told that I was someone's second favorite Dark Star member, even though I'm not even on the team anymore. I was like, go me. It was like, Joey, you're my favorite. Chris is my second. Tony, you're third. And Tony's like, he's not even on the fucking channel anymore. I was like, yeah, go Chris.
I was about to say don't encourage Chris's ego, but he tore down Tony's a little bit.
Oh man, it was so much fucking fun. We had a good time. And I didn't know this, but they've actually started doing merch too. Joey was spotting a pretty fucking cool Dark Star shirt, which looked pretty sweet. And Tony hooked me up with the website they went through, and who knows, maybe Dead Funnies might have merch someday. Who knows? But yeah, it looked pretty fucking cool.
I want first dibs on that merch, just saying.
I feel like everybody that's on the team should get like a shirt, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like that makes sense, you know? That just makes sense to me. You know, yeah. But yeah, no, it was pretty cool. Like, I mean, it looked really, really good. I like the people he went through, so definitely something I'm looking into. Nothing that's going to be like fan available yet, but yeah, who knows? Maybe you guys might start seeing us on here every once in a while wearing a fucking Dead Funny shirt or something. I want a hat. That's what I want. I think our logo would look fucking amazing on a hat. Like just a normal baseball cap, just right there in the middle. Oh, our logo would look so badass with just an all black cap. That'd be so dope. I want one now. Anyways, the site doesn't make caps; they only do shirts. But anyways, so with that, go check them out. It was a lot of fucking fun. I had a lot of fun. Just in case there's some Darkstar fans that are over here that didn't know that was going on, I wanted to make sure that we share that love because it was a good time. It was a lot of fun. So go check them out on that. But other than that, I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. See you next time.